My monograph is entitled Complicity and its Limits in the Law of International Responsibility. The research question I have pursued is to know to what extent the existing legal framework is sufficiently robust, effective and adequate to hold states and international organizations responsible for different forms of assistance they may provide to violations of international law. On the basis of the review of the codification history of the ILC project, which has put in place a legal provision on the subject, as well as the existing state practice and opinio juris of states and international organizations, and the case law that we have in international law, I was able to draw four main conclusions in my book. The first conclusion and the first finding was that the responsibility for complicity is by now well established in public international law. The second finding was that there are still certain elements, constituent elements of that responsibility, which merit further clarification. Third, I realized that international courts and tribunals are not well fit to deal with situations of complicity, because those are the cases of tripartite framework where you have three actors, and courts, given the requirement of consent, may not be willing to answer questions of responsibility of one actor without the other one being part of the proceedings. And finally, fourth and very important conclusion looking forward as well as into the development of the law is asking to what extent the responsibility for complicity may act as a new method of attribution of conduct in respect of states' assistance, for example, to various non-state actors that have proliferated in international law. The Institute was absolutely instrumental both to the publication of my monograph and to my career as an international lawyer. I was really fortunate to have been supervised by Professor Pierre-Marie Dupuis and to have learned immensely from other professors like Professor Goland, Professor Cohen, Professor Bianchi, and many, many others. The Institute also allowed me to master perfectly both working in international law in English and French, which has been absolutely helpful in my current work as an associate legal officer at the International Court of Justice. All in all, nowadays it is a great pleasure and honor to be working with judges, scholars and practitioners with whom we share our alma mater.